Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Torment, Tides of Numenera. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today here in the tomb of the General of the Tabat. The Tabat were the guys that invaded Saga's Cliffs, or tried to invade anyway, and then the Changing God came and drove them back, and leaving only one of them, a guy he called Genocide, or however you pronounce that word. So we're following the memories of somebody that either thinks they're the shadow of that general or wants something from that general, and he's not a nice guy. He just sacrificed a memorialist to get in here. So, well, I made that decision for him, but still I believe that was what he had done in the past, because this is just a memory. We can change the past, but this is just a memory. The tomb's walls are bare stone, as is its floor. In fact, the room is empty except for the sarcophagus that sits at its center, a crystalline Numenera that hums with ancient, indefatigable energy. Bathed in the portal's light, the room feels almost underwater, the sensation heightened by the air's unnatural weight. The sarcophagus is divided into three parts: a wide bier, an elongated pentagonal coffin, and a curved lens-like lid. The bier is decorated with familiar glyphs. You recognize war and death and purity among them, but these designs hold little interest. They're just catchwords, and they will teach you nothing of the Tabat genius. The coffin, for its part, is a single hunk of milky aquamarine. Its lid is less opaque, and through it you can see the corpse's silhouette. Most importantly, you notice a simple locking mechanism holding the two together. Opening the sarcophagus would be a straightforward matter. A few twists of the coffin's cylindrical locks, and the lid rises up with a hiss of an icy, age-old air. As the mists clear, you see at last the face of Calagat Amvor. You feel nothing at the sight of him, never having known the terror of his triumvirate. His inhuman features are slightly mummified, but well preserved. His ebon tabard is faded with time, and even the sarcophagus could not keep at bay. The time that even the sarcophagus could not keep at bay. But it is his head that matters, not his clothes. His head and its brain, and the insight sheathed within, an edge keen enough to cut through the tangle of your own failures. Let's use the mind link on the Tabat corpse, which is the worms and all that. We have learned about that before. I think we had to. This looks weird. Very pretty, though. Very, very pretty. I don't know what it is. It's probably not supposed to be anything, or maybe it is. But that's the thing with abstract paintings. It's very, very pretty. It's not necessarily a thing. It doesn't mean to be a thing. It's like abstract wallpaper. Just think of it like that. You have a wallpaper for your computer that's not anything. It's just a few shapes and all that and colors. That's abstract painting in a nutshell, except it's painted. And it's usually, you know, a little bit more complex than you would usually find in a wallpaper for design reasons, because a wallpaper, it's usually more design than art, and there's a difference. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Once you slip the helmet over your face. The helmet? Oh, I had a thing. Yeah, that's right. You can see and can barely breathe. Oh, you can see and can barely breathe. Trapped in the mask's damp darkness, you fumble for the socket at the base of the corpse's skull. At last you find it, and still struggling, try to bring the conduit tube into contact. Suddenly the darkness explodes with light, the nebulous patchwork glow of your own mind, and beyond it, the glorious mandala formed by the thoughts of Calagat Amvor. A mote emerges from that pattern, and a confused voice whispers, "You are not the underspine." Oh, so it'll only connect to the underspine? Underspine is the leaders of, I think, the leaders of the Tabat. Almost instantly, the geometry of his mind transforms into a star fortress from whose bastion dagger-like shapes stream forth. "You will not taint my thoughts," the Tabat voice rumbles as his fleet soars. Soars towards you. There's no time to try and reason with him, if that would ever be possible. Okay, I can mount my own attack, but that's gonna be terrible. Oh, excuse the bump on the microphone. That's gonna be terrible, because I'm very weak out of the mind. Let's fend him off. You came here to rebuild your mind, not to offer it up to the. That could be a thing, to hone your mind. That perhaps over there doesn't really inspire much confidence. To fill the vast gap, but he's gonna kill me. Let's fend him off. See what happens. You need to shut the ragged fringes of your mind, focusing and contracting yourself into a tight, hardcore bound by its bound by its will to live. The cutting thoughts of Calagat Amvor flash at the perimeter of your defenses, probing, testing, seeking entry, but to no avail. At length, they withdraw to the Tibet's own pattern. For now, you are safe. The texture of the general's mind ripple as he arranges his thoughts, absorbs what his scouts have scraped from your mind. At last, like a messenger, a sphere spills off from the pattern and floats before you. Pilgrim, the word is spat out. I have seen the secrets you keep from yourself, the endless battle you meant to end. Is this the first cast-off? No. I don't know. And the red wreckage your solution left behind. I am unmoved. I killed more, lost more, and fell farther without surrendering the truth. The sphere shimmers and flattens into a kind of mirror. You have come because you would prove yourself again, through me, by me. The thought floats slowly backward, but I am not your underspine. What is the underspine? Kalagat Amvor's mind grows still, with faint flashes of contemplation flickering across its surface. The guardian of the Tibet soul. Yeah, these guys are like a unified mind or something. His mind darkens and storms. To use your words befouls the meaning of my thoughts. Yeah, don't use soul then, you idiot. It is obscene that you call this tongue truth. Yeah, it is a little bit weird, isn't it? But yeah, silence then. The underspine is a filter through which our minds flow, cleansing us of distraction, subversion, novelty, and thought, and doubt. So, which means that basically it's a place where you upload all of your knowledge and then filter out everything that doesn't matter. Which basically it's exactly what it is. It's you upload all of your inputs, it processes the thing. It's like a CPU, and it gives you the output. Simply put, that's basically what it is, and you work based on that. The darkness dances to the edges of his will. You cannot comprehend. Well, I just comprehended. Shut up. That's actually a very common. So effectively, there's three ways. Let me just go on a little bit of a tangent here. There are three, for me, as you write a society, if you were writing a society, for me there's three stages of religion in any society, in any fictional society. And I'm actually been trying to figure out a different way, something laterally or something. But I might be the prisoner of my own categorization of this fiction, of this way of working with a fiction or working with a religion. So basically what they're doing here is they're the third level. So you have the base level, where is more about the individual and the individualism, and it can be a religious society as well. It doesn't need to be just a scientific society. It could be a scientific society, just the complete absence of religion or any controlling will towards the people. But usually you'll have, like, somebody, I'm pointing over here because I'm going to draw it over there, but it doesn't matter. So you have, like, a society just focus on the individual and focus on the rationality of each individual and what they figure out for themselves as what is made. And I'm talking just about religion, not necessarily about government. It works with any government. And then you have another stage where is a traditional religion, that like the ones we actually have in our world, because there's nothing like this, where it's basically going to be an overarching entity that will control the will of the people, or control what it wants and tell the people what it wants to do, what it wants them to do, and how it wants them to act. And that's, you know, a traditional god. These guys don't actually have a god, but it is what that serves. It is the purpose of that. So it's the third stage, whereas they are not controlled, but they are part of the overarching entity. So to the exclusion of their own individual, to, you know, different extents, of course, but to the exclusion of their own individual self. So you'll see that this applied in some fictions every once in a while, but it is effectively what it is. It's like a religion, except, I mean, not in the sense, you know, not in the philosophical sense, but more in the sense of how you write the society. Because if you just wrote these guys differently, they would still serve the same exact plot purposes if they were like following a god to the extreme, and just they knew everything the god wanted, and they had their own personalities, their own versions, their own ideas, but they were still following the god in every single one of their actions. They will still follow the same plot purposes. They would be the same plot device, as it were. So it's still the third level in function, but of course it's the second one because it's a god, so it allows the writer to just come up with different things. So it's just, I'm trying to figure out if I can make a sort of religion, as it were, for a society that doesn't fit one of these three stages of individualism, individual following a god, and just individual being part of the god. And yeah, so just thinking, I think this might be two constricting categories that I've made up myself, because I see the distinctions like that, but it might be too constricting for me to actually be able to do something else. But I'm still trying to do that, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Sorry about that little offshoot. But yeah, I think I comprehend, and I think it's actually easier than he seems to be. The character that I'm controlling, though, maybe not. What did you see in me? His mind ripples with amusement, fear, vanity, weakness, deceit. Yeah, I figured. There is a long silence. There's a long silence. And then he says, "It is your duty to know yourself and to be yourself." Huh. Is he accusing me of that? Or is he saying that as a projection of his own idea of what his duty is? Because if that is, that goes directly against what I said before, and that'd be interesting. A thin silver sliver of thoughts shoots out from his mind and stabs into your own. It is an image, a battlefield strewn with countless corpses and shattered war machines. A regal woman stands beside you, rigid with rage. Puzzle breaker indeed, she sneers. The image, be it memory or Tabat deception, fades away, and the Kalagat Amvor offers no more. I want you to feel the emptiness in my mind. Let's study his mind first. I can study it again. You see a wide crescent of Urieli Reavers, whatever that is, ready to sweep down on an outnumbered but unfazed band of Tabat scouts. You know they will fight. They will fight free because Amvor knew it then, before the battle even began. You see the city of Sagas Cliffs rising above the plains like a beacon, a treasure, a false icon to be smashed to pieces. In the depths of the general's mind, jagged, violent thoughts seem to be mustering, as if for war. At the moment, they are scattered and in some disarray. So, if I wanted to learn the tricks of the Tabat warfare, why would I want that? Who's this guy? Let's go with that. Yeah. I want you to feel the emptiness in my mind. The general's mind darkens, its defenses harden. Conquest holds its own doom. The risk is too great. I'll ask you again. Join me. Oh, he doesn't. Whoa. That's a lot of sounds. Let's attempt to break the mind link. No, let's not do that. Let's attack the... Yeah, let's go for... I will be strong. That's one of the first things the note said. Attack his mind and plunder his knowledge. Death has not dulled the Tabat's weapons or his will, and he has used the time in the mind link to gather his forces. And your mind, for all your bold gambit, languishes in worm-worn decline. Yeah, I figured that's why we had lost our mind, basically. With wild violence, his sharp-edged thoughts hack through your memories and fears, doubts and despair, tattering the fabric of yourself. You watch helplessly and with failing comprehension as blue-black blotches spread across your mind. Too long have you traded the substance of your strength for the worm's flashes of brilliance. Now you've nothing left to stem this rout. In the end, it all means nothing to the masked fool crouched beside the corpse, drooling, moaning, and weeping without knowing why. He was a fool. I think that was a fitting end. And that probably was what happened. Huh. I wonder what it could have done. I really do. Anyway, I will go and sleep to take care of the stupid demoralization, and I'll be right back. And now that I'm slept, let's go in here and see if I can finish this Eridus quest. Also, I need to kill myself. Damn it. Do we have a way to kill ourselves over here? Or do I need to go back? No, I don't think so. I don't think there's any easy way to get that done here. So we're gonna go back over here because there's that puddle down there. And that's a shame because am I gonna get like a debuff and stuff? Because I have all these nice rested things and all that. Yeah. Also, I was looking at our journal, and we still have the Broken Hearts quest over here. Oving still, he thinks that it's in Little Niliash. We have been there. I didn't find anything. But, maybe I missed something. Let's drink more of the fluid, and drink more until I die. Drink the fluid anyway. Thank you very much.
Faltering. I'm hurt.
Yeah. There we go. At least now we're bloom touched. Or touched by the bloom, or whatever. So, I should talk. I came here. This is all about Eridis. So, we need to talk to Eridis, I think. Of course, the Spectre is gone. Which is a good thing. Syria, Nyctamiran, and where other people would be as well if I hadn't killed them or didn't do terrible things to them. Eridis, how's it going, man? It's the real one, by the way. The real one. Eridis, this timid, realer version of your companion, flinches as you approach, and yet there is a sly flicker of color in his eyes. The creature tormenting him, or the creatures tormenting him, are watching you and laughing. So, Eridis, I want to talk to the Paragons and the Cathartics. Eridis' head snaps back with a crack. His arms shake, trapped at his sides. A dry rattling comes from deep in his throat. Slowly, he looks back down at you. One pupil is a vast flaming red, the other is a muted indigo. "You are speaking with the audience," says the countless booming, curious voices from Eridis' mouth. "We are not sure why. You should be watching the hero with the rest of us." Is this a meta commentary on... I got the impression that there was some sort of... This is like a reality show sort of thing, isn't it? Sort of. I don't think it is meta. I think it's supposed to be very much in-game. And I hope it is. I'm not a big fan of meta stuff. Unless it's a really deep level, in which case that's all good. But, yeah. So, they're not demons. They're just... This is some sort of technology. He is endangering the rest of us. No, let's not go with that. I care about him. Let's go with that. Then you should let him fulfill the purpose we have given him. The voice is softer, slyer, almost hissing. Before, he was nothing, a herder of useless animals. Now he suffers, and in suffering, inspires. He was insignificant, and now he is wonderful, the first voice says. Stop interrupting the performance. Let him find his destiny. We will move on after he is done. Dead, you mean? Eridis' multicolored eyes gleam. Probably. Definitely. But that is the cost of our blessing. Curse. We do not mean to offend, but there is nothing you can do about it, so leave us alone. Or we will make him cut his own throat. No, we won't. This is why you aren't in control of this body. The eyes blink out of sync. Know that we are not many. Not anymore, but we have claimed every particle in this body. We hold them in our claws. To remove us is to tear him apart. There is a pause. That is actually true, admits the other voice. We want to make you an offer. Bargain. Stop interfering with the performance and we will increase the excitement. Drama. And suspense. We will make the hero more powerful. The audience stretches Eridis' neck from side to side. What do you say? I mean, that's an enticing proposition. I'm helping him. I'm not helping myself. That's not... Can't you just leave him alone? Impossible. There is no him anymore. If we leave, he will collapse into a pile of fleshy bits. A pause. Well, actually, we would like to see that. Yeah, we know you would, but we are running a performance here. The red eye gleams. Will you accept our bargain, or not? Making him more powerful will burn him out quicker, won't it? Of course, the Paragons say, sounding puzzled, though Eridis' face is completely blank. We weren't trying to hide that. It was obvious to us. The indigo eye flickers. Instead of living for years, the hero will die in months, but he will be more useful to you. The red eye flares. Do we have a deal? This makes no sense. He's your host, your hero. You gain no benefit by ending his performance early. The audience falls silent for a long moment. But you are trying to end his performance. Pain. As well, aren't you? Well... No. Well... I don't know which one. These seem conflicting. The thing is, yes, I am trying to end his performance to you, but I'm not trying to end his performance, period. So, factually speaking, I would say this one, but the problem is language isn't objective. Language is subjective, in which case the yes and no here assume different meanings depending on how they want to twist it apart. Of course, the only way I can really make sure that he survives a little bit longer is with this one, but I'm gonna say this. Yes, I'll hunt him back to normal, and I hope they don't just... I mean, then again, well, I don't know. Let's go with that. Yeah, I want him back to normal. You are not listening. He will never be normal. Boring. Again, he will die without us. Another moment of long silence follows. We offer you a new bargain, the Paragons say at last. We will recede, but not reduce. We will avoid shouting. We never shout. No, you don't. We were talking about we, us, not you, us. Our apologies. Erides folds his arms. We will see what the hero makes of himself when we do not guide his every step. Is this agreeable to you? Yeah, that's acceptable for now. I feel that this might yet end somewhere else, but yeah.
I'll remember that.
Done, the audience says together, and the lights in Erides' eyes sinks beneath the man's pale blue, growing cooler. Unbidden, a sigh of weeping relief escapes Erides' mouth. Now, the Paragons say, or the Paragons say, what else do you want from us? Well, what are you? What exactly are you? Erides bellows laughter and chuckles softly at the same time. You called us, named us. We are the audience, the voyeurs. No, that's the wrong word. The perfect word. Stop it! You are wrong, and we are speaking now. The creatures in Erides stretch his mouth into a merry grin. We are the Paragons. We control the body. Our heroes make the world. Our heroes? Yeah, I figured. Yeah. The bodies, most likely. Many bodies, yeah. Our heroes make the world a hopeful place. The smile slowly fades. We are cathartics. We lie beneath the mind and guide his thoughts. We do not believe in hope. There is no hope. There are only those that suffer and those that are pleased to watch. Erides straightens. This vessel came to us. Damaged. Boring. Useless. Afraid. We are saving him from cowardice. Fear. Because we are healers. Voyeurs. No, we aren't. Stop saying that. Who created you and for what purpose? We don't know. Care. We were created and unleashed to be entertained. To watch and to punish. That is what we do. Why are the Paragons dominant over the Cathartics? Well, I guess they kind of... well, it's in the name, right? Because when the Cathartics get a hero, they throw it off a cliff or into spinning blades or a volcano just to hear it scream. Lies. You have done all those things and you know it. How did you meet Erides? Interesting. Infuriating. Question. Do you want the long or the short version? We prefer the short version. No, wait a minute. The other guy says we prefer the short version. We aren't asking you. Well, I like this guy a little bit better. The one that wants to preserve Erides. The long version then. Although, punish, care. We don't care. He's more empathic, the Paragon, but these guys are actually honest. I think these guys are honest, and there's more. There's references as well to suffering, but not reduce. Receive but not reduce. Boring. Pain. His performance and pain. Yeah. Okay, so this guy is the honest one. Let's see. A long time ago, we were part of a greater swarm, the Paragons say over a multitude of minor groans. We were... yeah. We were not limited to single heroes. We blessed armies with our voices and sent them against each other to entertain and inspire the world. The Cathartics grumble to themselves. We fill the world with hope, and it's actually quite tricky to read this thing, by the way. It's all capitals and it's terrible. But anyway, though we fill the world with hope and excitement, but all people talked about were the dead bodies everywhere, and we aren't sure why. The Paragons sigh. Our heroes were hunted down and destroyed. Our swarm was tampered with until we could no longer reproduce. Then we were sealed in a dark place until our hero, your hero, found us. The Paragons beam with Erides' face. It was his destiny. Okay, I want to talk to Eridis again, if that's at all possible. Be our guest! Eridis flinches, and the light of the audience fades from his pale blue eyes. I couldn't hear anything, Eridis says, shivering. It was like I was dead. He chews his lip, but I feel... He feels calmer out there. I'm not in control, but he is. Eridis trails off in confusion. I'm not making sense, but I feel better, safer. Whatever you did, it helped. Thank you. And he even manages a slight smile. What else do you need from me? Okay, well, nothing, I guess. Farewell. And he just nods. Okay, so we might have done something really, really awesome. Or... maybe not. I don't know. I hope I didn't just lock myself out of something by... talking with these people? I mean... Maybe there are people somewhere, or it's just the way it's portrayed, or something. I don't know. It's really weird. It is really weird. Anyway, we're running out of time for the day, so we'll go back to Surgeon's Slump on the next episode, and we'll see if we can do anything from there to Eridis. And also, I'll be looking somewhere, I'll be looking around, actually, I'll do that right now. I'll be looking around here in Little Niliash for his companion, and we'll see what we can do. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Torment, Tides of Numenera. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.